So I don't know about you, I kind of don't like being around lots of what I consider to be normal people. Let me explain that a bit to you. You know, the average person that would say, for instance, watch the BBC, EastEnders, Corrie, all the reality stuff, and that literally just does exactly what they're told and doesn't do any critical thinking. I find them hard work. But I also assume a lot of them to be left-wing, which I also assume doesn't think the same way as me. So I feel quite alienated. However, it would appear that I've been wrong, and I'll explain why. I was out in my local pub. My village is what I thought was very left-wing. And I'm having a drink and I'm not feeling it because I just waiting for somebody to just probably come out with all the wrong shit or work out what I do and then have a pop. This doesn't happen. I'm in a fucking bog and I don't know how I got talking to this mush, right? And he looked like a typical lefty, right? And he goes, oh, you have to work tomorrow then? I said, yeah, I don't usually work as much now because I do YouTube. He goes, oh yeah, what'd you do? I said, you wouldn't like it. And he said, how do you know I wouldn't like it? And I felt bad. I said, because it's right-wing stuff. He said, well, how do you know I'm not right-wing? And I'm like, a bit taken aback by this. He said, let me tell you something about this village, mate. He said, regardless of what these fuckers pretend they are, they're as right-wing as you and me. He says, and I'm a farmer. And we'll get onto that in a minute. He says, they want to look good in front of people, but deep down they think the same as you and me. I was like, oh, right. And that would explain why I haven't got a lot of shit, right? Or been given any shit, right? And then he also went on, he went on to explain about the farming stuff, and I'm probably going to get him on for an interview if I'm lucky enough to see him again. But it made me think, this division that they're pushing out there to make sure that we're all divided, so divide and rule, isn't it? Yeah? Might not actually be as much division out there as you think. And if you actually get speaking to some people, you might find they're more on your wavelength than you thought. It came as a pleasant surprise, I have to say. But because I've been feeling really quite isolated and alienated, and some of that's my doing. And I'm wondering if you're doing the same with yourselves at the moment. And I'm wondering if there's lots of people out there that are doing this. They're actually thinking that, oh, well, people don't think like I do, I'm on my own. Because I think if we could all just start talking a bit more and work it out that we're not actually very different, we could make some progress. Making us all feel like little islands in the sea, right? And making us feel like we're isolated on our own is all part of the plan. And to make you feel vulnerable, isolated, and you don't want to speak up, if everybody did speak out and actually realise that we're all sort of headed in the same direction, you'd be a powerful force. And this is the very reason that they make people like me, you, and everybody else feel like we're on our own. It's very clever, and it has worked. And we've got to try and break this for our own mental health, for our own well-being, and also, if we could all network together and realise, actually, we're on the same page, and we don't like what they're doing, and we want to do something about it, then you could all work together to think to yourself, how are we going to do something positive and legal to counter what they're doing? And then that's another video. But I'm just saying, actually speak to people, and you'll find out that many more are actually on your page, and we make up the majority. And when you realise that, things will change. Anyway, I'm going to get on about my day and maybe do some more content in a minute.
If you like the content I'm making and you want to support my work, here's a few links in the description, but only if you can afford it. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you on the next one.